You're 2 blocks behind 1st and 2nd.
We have more buildings to clear. You know our orders,
There's
Sergeant.
barely a building left standing or not on fire in your zone, Cole. Is your sector full of Japs?
Questioning my command.
The captain doesn't want anyone falling behind.
Tell the captain we will join him when the job is done.
Just give us the word, Sarge. We'll take care of him. He should be sectioned. That Jap lover's a fucking liability.
We're here to kill Japs, not our own people.
Star-crossed son of a bitch. No one wants to serve under him. He's bad fucking luck.
Can it? We've a job to do here. If I can live with it, you can too.
House fire. Bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can. The address is 650 North Hobart.
Alright. If my information is correct, we have how do I get the hell out of here? This way. We have maybe about 3 more cases left for this game. That should be it. So I don't know if I can finish it in one sitting. Still the same sitting as the ending of the last case. But did he get in? Oh, he did. Okay. Oh yeah, it is August now, so time is going by a little bit quickly.
You hear about Rancho? Let's come meet him.
Are we having a conversation, Biggs?
Okay, fuck it. Forget it.
I'm teasing you, Hirsch. Tell me about it.
The new housing development's a couple of weeks from completion. Burnt to the ground last night. GIs are ready to move in this weekend. The developer's gonna have some very angry customers.
Any Century unit, 211 in
Shit
progress,
about Chet.
522 South
The arson investigator trying to nail that son of a bitch for years.
He's still in custody, Hirsch.
Wanna bet? Fella kicked him loose already. Can't hold him for misdemeanor cigarettes and matches.
Alright, move it, bird. Move. Okay, there you go. Didn't want to hit that. Alright, this is okay. Never mind. But I'm thinking, like, the next game I do play, it will probably be. Shit, try not to hit people's car. And go. Alright, there you go. It will probably be a Plague Tale. And I don't know what I'm gonna play after that or with that. We got Days Gone. That was it? I forgot what it's called. Wolfenstein game. And there's a lot of other stuff that I'm not thinking of. That what's that? A world. I can't talk. World Wars. Is it Z? I think it has the same title as the movie. I don't know, but there's a couple of games I can play, but I definitely want to play a Plague Tale first. That seems like a very different game, very interesting. Even though it's, from what I could tell, it's filled with nothing but rats, but we'll see. It should be an interesting game to play. How far is this damn place? Oh, here it is. Okay. Get out the way! Oh! See, you're not even paying attention, you idiot. Don't tell me I have to check this whole damn place. This is gonna be annoying, ain't it? It is. I can feel it.
You guys better see this. I hope you have strong stomachs.
Hopefully it's not something I have to blur out, because the editing for blurring out stuff is horrible.
Do you have a name?
Morelli, Mike, we recovered a picture of the family.
Okay. Anything else?
Be honest, I just got here, Phelps. Best you talk to Lynch, he's the expert.
Doesn't make any sense. Why aren't they scattered around like the rest of the debris?
I think they've been moved. Moved? I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
Can you explain that, please?
I'm almost positive the cause of death is asphyxiation due to gas inhalation. Look at the parts of their bodies that aren't scorched. The coloring around the fingertips is typical.
They wouldn't have felt a thing.
I think fire damage is post-mortem. I think someone moved them into this room after the explosion.
It still doesn't make any sense. Why would you run into a burning building?
It doesn't make sense with the fact that they're still like sitting upright. If they were already dead, like from the explosion and everything, how did they make it then sit up like that?
You ever think about how many people have died in this world? And how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them, Biggs?
No, I have not. Show some respect.
I wasn't paying attention to what he just said, but
Never the same, are they?
get out the way. Anything?
What are we doing?
Prayer effect is from the fire. Muscles and tendons contract.
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps?
Got the wrong guy.
That doesn't explain why he ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt.
For the fire?
For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He's trying to redeem himself. Probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
He could be right. Can you come up with an alternative
I'm
explanation?
sure it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
Might fit, Cole, but I don't think we could ever prove it. There's very little evidence.
Evidence?
Albert, check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Sure, Phelps. I'll get back to you.
Leave the rest to us, Cole. You better find out what's eating Biggs.
I was just thinking when we was coming over here. What if we put the wrong guy in jail again? That's usually how it goes for these detective games.
So something finally got to you.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me and you won't be pretty much longer.
We can get this guy, Herschel.
You think you've seen everything, Phelps? I was with the 2nd Marines at Bella Wood. Things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys on fire, screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy. There's gonna be no photos and no citations. We're gonna kill this miserable fucker. End of story. You get this?
You remember the list from the travel agent?
Sure.
Morelli's were winners too. Their name was on that list.
Christ. We should take a look around. Work the neighbors, see what they know. I'll go across the street.
Okay, I'll try this side.
I haven't done this for years.
You don't look like a fireman, son.
LAPD. Can you tell me anything about the fire next door?
Terrible luck. Imagine after having won that weekend away.
What's your name, sir?
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
Did you see or hear anything that might have...
Look, we were asleep when we heard the explosion.
Lying, aren't you? Yep. His eyebrows. Mm-mm.
You didn't like Morelli, did you?
Some neighbors you get along with, some you don't. Guess they should have sold up.
What do you mean?
They're knocking down all these old houses and building a new subdivision for GIs. Morelli was being difficult.
You said someone is knocking these houses down?
Elysian Fields. You must know them. Their billboards, that Monroe character beaming down at you. We've had an offer for the house.
Did the Morellis want to sell?
I don't know.
Alright, yep, no.
Whatever you thought of Morelli, his whole family is dead. They couldn't have all deserved that. I want you to help me here, Foreman.
Morelli was pig-headed. He built the house himself. He didn't want to sell. Stubborn fool was ruining it for all of us.
I understand that. He built that home as his.
You said the Morellis had won a weekend away to Catalina Island?
Yeah, that's right. First thing I thought after the explosion was, thank goodness they was away. Then I find out they was still in there.
Who was running the competition?
What? I don't know.
You lying again? Wait for it. I mean, he's looking straight ahead, but he keeps moving side to side. But his face hasn't really changed. Alright, whatever. I'll say truth. Whatever.
You didn't enter yourself?
I'd already agreed to sell. The competition was an incentive for those who were still thinking about it.
Alright, we're done with him. Where are we? Why is he still popping up? There's still a white spot for him. So let me check around. See if we have anything. Anything. The shed. It's untacked. Probably have to go back inside and check in there too. I don't want to, but whatever. The other house had a dog house. Here we go. Nope. Alright, who serviced it? Reginald Varley. Again and again and again. Alright, let me check around. Wait. Oh shit, another newspaper. Housing development burns. Ex-servicemen irate as GI houses. I remember I was just thinking, like in one of the flashbacks for the newspapers, there was that weird doctor or therapist guy, whatever. He had a phone call from someone in like a telephone booth, and he kept screaming that you promised that no one was in there. And I believe he did burn down a house. I'm assuming it's him, but they never showed his face. So, and I don't remember his voice. So, but I do remember this from one of the newspapers. But let's see what this is.
How did you get my number, Ira? At first I didn't understand you, but now I do. I'd like you to come back to the clinic. I'm helping other people now, Doctor.
I think you are confused. You haven't been to the clinic for weeks.
I'm not confused anymore, Doctor. I'm helping people be together.
This world is only temporary. We'll all be happier in heaven.
Why don't you tell me where you are and I can come to you? I think the fire should end now, They have served their purpose. Oh, the fires are only beginning, Doctor. After the fires, everything will be beautiful and clean.
Everything will be erased. The world will be fresh and new.
I can see my purpose now, Doctor. And you helped me to find it.
Yeah, I think that was the same guy. Alright, 10 of 13. Why do I have to come back to that what's his name? The neighbor guy? Let me check inside real quick. Hold up. You would think there'd be more stuff that burned, but it's like this house was practically empty. That's water, right? It is. Hold up. Now, before I do that, I need to make sure there's nowhere else I could go. Up top. Alright, turn! Jeez. Oh, what was that? 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 Oh, that. This is not relevant.
Optimistic, Cole.
See, they have little things that you could pick up, but other than that, this house seemed like it was pretty empty. Alright, get ready to get your suit wet, Cole. None over there. Alright, I see that. Let me check over here. Check over here. Oh, wait. Not relevant. Alright. Oh, wait.
This is the flashpoint. The heater detonated with enough force to expose the foundations.
Okay. Come on, give me that music. Just stop. I'm tired of searching. I can't go in there. What am I missing? I'm not seeing anything else. Let me go back up. Top. Get out of here. And maybe talk to the neighbor again? I don't know. Alright, I guess I can't look at what he's looking at. Alright.
All a man can do is put in a prayer for the dead. That's about all I've got to say about it.
Why is he still on the map though? Am I supposed to help with my partner? Like what the hell am I supposed to do? Wait.
Advice? We need more from the neighbors, Cole. Keep working.
What the hell am I supposed to do with him? I already went to him and he didn't like activate anything. Or am I supposed to check his side?
Boondockers they ain't.
All I've got to say.
How bad is it? Come on, you can tell me.
Someone was keeping watch. Looks like they were here for quite a while. Man looks distinctive. Whoever he was wearing boondockers. I would know that imprint anywhere.
Alright, finally, jeez. No, I didn't say what size these were. But I guess it's not important, so whatever. Let me go talk to him finally. Now I'm irritated. But I'm gonna try to push through and keep playing. And keep playing.
Did you see anyone hanging around the Morelli's home prior to the explosion?
Nope. Can't say as I was looking out, though.
I think you're covering for someone, Foreman. Who is it?
And I think you are off your rocker. How can you make an accusation like that? What proof have you got? I can see you're the excitable type. You shouldn't let your imagination run away with itself.
Thanks for your time.
Alright, so since I'm back, they started me right here, so I had to re-question him for that last part. Now, I remember I got this wrong, but I'm not sure if I should pick the cigarette butts or the boot prints. Probably the boot prints. I don't know.
Sure, Mr. Foreman. There are signs of someone hanging around over there by the fence.
Hey, now that you come to think of it, there was a guy. Kind of tall. Skinny, though.
Anything else?
Orange lumber jacket, beat-up hat, and no hair. I thought he was the pest exterminator guy who was working around here the last few days. But that guy had hair.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Foreman.
Sure. Hey, if you're interested, I have one of those competition flyers in the kitchen. I could get it for you if you like.
That would be great.
Any luck, Cole?
A couple of things. What did you pick up?
Hold a piece of paper. Looks complicated.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Paper crane. There's a legend about them. You fold 1,000 of these and you get a wish.
Hey, don't break it.
I'm not. I'm unfolding it. It looks like a waybill or a flyer.
For what?
For Elysian Fields developments.
Oh, I see you already have one.
When did the flyer arrive in your mailbox?
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox when I got home from work yesterday afternoon.
Alright, apparently it was doubt. Excuse me. Wait, I'll pass the phone.
I need an address for a property developer. Elysian Fields Developments.
One moment, Detective. The address is 748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Messages, please.
You have a message. Contact Captain McKelty immediately.
Thanks. Can you put me through, operator?
Of course. Here you are.
Commander?
Leads in the Morelli fire.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields Developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe? He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief. Are you out of your mind? I'm warning you, Phelps.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Have a report on my desk today.
Kelty has warned us off over Elysian.
Makes sense. It's a dead end. We should check out Rancho Escondido.
You know the place?
Sure. Corner of Fountain and Wilton. Let's go.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
We are not going to...
Yes, we are.
You just won't let this go, will you, Cole?
You know they're involved somehow. You expect me to turn my back on it?
You're a big boy. I expect you to know which battles are worth throwing my pension away for.
Alright, there's always some with these people. But let's see what they're hiding.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe.
Send them through.
And that's our cue. Thanks, ma'am. Would like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office.
If he was going to say he wasn't here, what was the point of send us through? Don't be wasting our time, little girl.
You like a cigar? Drink, boys.
Sure, I'll have a scotch.
Biggs, we're investigating a series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
It's terrible, boys. How can I help?
Alright, what do we have for him? I don't think we have any, evidence with him. His name is Leland. Alright, I'm gonna assume we can't use any lies with him, so... Alright.
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybills.
Alright, his mouth. I mean, his eyes, I can't really see his eyes, but it looks like they're looking at me. But I can't tell with his mouth. Can I say doubt? I'm gonna say doubt. I might get this wrong.
We found a family burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground. Another Elysian Fields flyer. Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecue, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
Alright. So far, so good. Okay.
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
There's many promotions. Yeah, I don't think I have anything for that. Wait, let me see. Wait, let me see what he said. What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island? My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one. Alright, Catalina Island. Catalina Can I say this is as evidence? Let me see what he says with lie.
Level with me, Mr. Monroe. You know all about the vacation offers.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient called proof.
They always got different ways to ask for proof. I think I might get this wrong. I don't know.
Your face is all over the flyers, Mr. Monroe. You know about the prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand. It's on all our advertising. Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund? You want to accuse them of murder as well?
Okay. So far, so good.
You've made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been reported.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's the American way.
I think I might have to say doubt.
Come on, Mr. Monroe. You expect me to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, Detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history. To answer your question, yes, we would build around them if we had to. Most people see sense. The arsonists, do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think. The contractors I use for waybills. You suppose it could be any of them? I have a list of their names if it would be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD. My secretary will provide you with that list. Did you know that I'm on the board of the police pension fund?
Glad to be of help, officers.
How does she know what list he was talking about? He didn't talk to her personally, but I guess she heard our whole conversation. I don't know.
What's the story? Any of these names ring a bell?
Honestly, no, but Paul Jones, Herbert Chapman. Chapman, this sounds familiar, but I'm not sure if it's from this case or not. I don't know. No?
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Find the phone. We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
Alright, I knew it sounded familiar. I wasn't sure. Alright, I need a phone. Probably need to go outside.
Here's what I heard. That cop
Let me see your phone, lady.
They covered it up.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you check whether we are still holding a Herbert Chapman?
Let me find out for you. He was released this morning, Detective. I'm sorry, Detective.
Not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thanks, man.
Alright, so I'm not like most video gamers who I could play all day. I usually play maybe like a good hour. Mostly depend on the game, but I can't play that long. Sometimes I just get a headache from looking at the screen too long.
You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
There is some.
You know, There are times when you really miss a nightstick. There's more religion in the end of a nightstick than in 100 cathedrals.
I'm not gonna tell you again, sir.
Don't tell me when and how I can come and go on my own property.
It is not
This is America,
safe,
dickhead.
sir. Now step back, or I'll lock you up for a
Smart-mouthed
break.
son of a bitch!
Oh, I forgot to fight. There we go. There we go.
Hey,
Come here.
we're gonna have to pacify these poor saps.
Come on, then.
Alright. You want some? You want some? Alright, but as I was saying, I can't play video games Plus, not to mention, YouTube isn't a full-time job for me, so I don't have that much time to be playing all day. Plus, people interrupting. Alright.
Good thing you showed up when you did, detectives. Those folks were baying for blood.
Okay, then. Let's see if there's anything left to take a look at.
But I'll try to finish this game as quickly as possible. With the undead thing, I'm not sure how that's gonna go. I'll try after I'm done with this, but it won't be pretty.
Mortar is like dust. Is that normal in a fire?
You'd expect some shrinkage in the heat, but it looks like the cement barely adhered to the brick. Doesn't appear to be any wall ties either. This thing looks like it was built on the cheap. You got an idea, Hotshot?
Well, I love the chase till the minute I win it. A beautiful face till there's love for me in it. Give me your heart and baby I'll bill it. 'Cause I always kill the things I love. Some
Buy me a drink, Cole? No! Not even for old time's sake? Not even for that. You're not gonna ask me why I'm here? I wouldn't give you the pleasure. I'll get around to
it. Something quite other.
She's in fine voice this evening. I wonder how the commander would feel
Save
about...
the threats for someone who cares about the boy.
You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you.
Will turn to surprise as you feel hurt in you.
You and your doofus partner. You have been warned.
Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
I love you.
Stay away. You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that company.
I have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here.
Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here. I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
You get the message about Monroe?
Yeah. Earl delivered it. You?
McKelty. He started making noises about my pension.
Sorry about that, Virgil. I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save it, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
KGPL calling car 11K, 11K.
11K, go ahead.
11K, the last known address of suspect Herbert Chapman is 650 North Kingsley Drive in Wilshire.
Roger that, KGPL. 11K en route.
Let's go pick him up.
You fought at Sugarloaf, didn't you?
I did. But I don't like to talk about it.
You come across a guy called Jack Kelso out that way?
You know Jack Kelso?
He's an insurance investigator over at California Fire and Life. Our paths cross from time to time. For some reason, seeing you makes me think of him.
Jack spoken to you about his experiences on Sugarloaf? Or the rest of the campaign?
Jack keeps stum just like you do. I know what it feels like to get back from conflict. You gotta respect that.
Stop with those silly imitations, Dennis. You don't sound like Coleman at all.
Oh, shit. Alright. Now, I think we have maybe 3 missions left. What did I say last time? I don't remember. I think it's 3 or 4. I doubt I'll finish it today, but at least I'll have something to gradually upload until I get a new game or something. Or until something happens in Undead Nightmare.
Now I realize what a fool I made of myself there.
So irritating. But we would see. How far is this damn place? Watch it. You slow. Oh, okay. At least they had a reason to stop right in front of me. They don't stop that fast, do they? Am I in the way? I probably am. Right, you know what?
Learn a social secretary. Having 2 shows certainly goes.
Got time for this.
Put this hair down the phone.
Jesus, my paint job!
Let's see what he's hauling around. Motive, opportunity, and hard evidence. We should revise the APB. He's clearly armed. Definitely gives him opportunity.
Holy cow. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit. He's seen us.
Cops! Again!
Son of a bitch. I'll call this in. Get some cars dispatched. Car 11K calling KGPL. 11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar. Currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously.
Roger, 11K. All units, officers need assistance on Melrose Avenue. A suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar headed eastbound. Approach with caution. Suspect is in control of the streetcar and driving dangerously. Units to handle code 3 identified.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him.
Alright, this is another reason why I can't play video games for too long. Damn Elgato keep messing up. That's why I had to cut. Yeah, I didn't see me actually getting to the guy's apartment. But when we got there, his landlord said that he hadn't seen him in a while. And of course, we snooped his car. Oh shit! Went fast as hell.
See if he can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake and slow the thing down. I can't hit a target that isn't there, Phelps. Hold him tight, Cole. As soon as he ditches the tram, we'll be there. End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole. Looks like we have our man, Cole. Well done.
I'm not so sure. Chapman seemed to have his own agenda. Seems to be more of this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
Fires benefit Elysian in some way. I see Chapman and Monroe working together.
You have a point. The evidence is good for Chapman. Hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
Nice work, gentlemen. put yourself at considerable risk stopping that trolley and probably saved a lot of lives. Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award. We've had our eyes on that slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. Couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard. I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe. What were you thinking, Phelps? Be calling Richard Nixon a crook next.
What is it?
A letter from Lou. His insurance policy named me beneficiary.
California Fire and Life. You work for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
It's a very generous settlement. Elsa, I'd like you to do something for me. I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help Miss Kelso?
Jack won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He's a friend of yours?
He hates my guts. Elsa, you could take this money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late. Years too late.
Alright, so he cheats. His wife kicks him out. And that was the first and last time we ever saw his wife. But during that time, you would think he would at least try to go back to her and apologize. But you don't see that. All you see is him leaving Elsa's apartment every now and then. He barely brings up or like talks about his wife as far as trying to amend things. And then you see him with Elsa, and he's still wearing his wedding ring. Like, what's wrong with you, Cole? I was hoping this would be the end of the case. But then they did that cutscene. I was kind of sad, but okay. We're at the end of this case. We got 13 out of 13 clues. 7 out of 7 questions. Hee hee. I think that's the first in any of these cases. We got 2 cars driving by. Almost 200 vehicle damage. Okay. We never get any injuries, I don't think. And 0 city damage. Case notes. Leland Monroe would never face a charge, but a fistful of evidence might have got his attention. Alright, so without further ado, let's try to keep this going. As long as my Elgato keeps up, I'll try to finish this next case in one sitting. Alright, next case.